We're going to talk about a concrete example on how you can apply this. So my focus today will be Global South, but throughout our series we're going to go to Global North, to North America, to Europe, etc. So let's start with South Africa. We've been working there for 15 years. And let's address this challenge: skills, jobs, and income, and how we transform South Africa's future to TVET. E.ON already is engaged with a number of technical vocational schools, academic institutions. Now, there is already, by the Minister of Education, a plan of what they want to do. So we are now expanding that through a partnership to NSF. But maybe take a step back and describe you a little bit the South African context. Why is TVET important in South Africa? Now let's look at the facts. 52% of workers are mismatched to jobs. This is a huge problem. In fact, youth unemployment is perhaps one of the highest in the world, in spite of South Africa spending $18 billion in education. And interesting also that the demand is, and the backbone for skills development are those technical vocational training colleges. And there's 290 of them plus in more than 9 provinces. Now, to align ourselves, we don't just use Syllabus Sync. We also consult with the National Skills Foundation, with Department of Higher Education, and we look at what the minister has said to us about occupations and high demands. That governs us and our input to Syllabus Sync. But we don't stop there. We keep adding things that are particular for different zip codes. So for example, in eastern South Africa, around let's say East London, right, the demand is very different from Joburg or from Tshwane. So we look at this and we look at how to respond to the market. Now, overarching this is our solution: the ability to take any course material or any topic and create in less than 100 seconds an immersive simulation-based experience. And if you haven't seen that, I encourage you to go to our videos and to see the magic. I'm not going to do that today. The other important thing is the brainy avatars, the ability to have a tutor that remembers you, knows you, is available 24/7, and can guide you through this personalized learning path towards your goal. Now, and then is to develop, which we do together with colleges, personalized real-world simulation for healthcare, for engineering, for ICT, for energy, etc. The idea is to get equitable access to all provinces to this solution, and to use what every single student has in their hands, which is a tablet or a phone. So there's 7-8 billion devices, and South Africa has plenty of them. With that comes also $50 billion plus worth of equipment in 36 million assets. There's virtual equipment, but I got some sneezing here going on. But this equipment is available at the fingertips of everyone that has a phone. And that allows us to integrate at scale. So provide immersive tools inside workshops, going beyond the labs. So let's say if not all labs can be equipped with all the equipment, the virtual component has it. Content that is aligned with this qualification, and as I said earlier, equitable across the different provinces. Healthcare, and nurses specifically, is a problem and challenge area across not only South Africa, across the world, I would say. We need to prepare not only hard skills, but also soft skills. How to handle patients, elderly people that may have dementia. How do you interact with them? Prepare nurses, pharmacists. Understand realistic anatomy and hospital equipments. Train on ventilators, equipment that you may not have access everywhere, but you have it virtually. And then connect the hospital's needs with what we are teaching in the schools. Engineering, that's something very warm to my heart. It's about civil, mechanical, electrical, energy is in demand. Connect this with TVET learn practices in realistic digital twins that supports the green energy transition infrastructure. And then ICT, this is a big exploding area. Cybersecurity is in tremendous demand. We have special premium courses developed in that area, data scientists, AI specialists, etc. So there's a lot of things here that, especially adapting even people how to use these AI tools, is in high demand. Renewable energy and green jobs is an area that there's a tremendous demand. Solar, wind, electric vehicle maintenance. South Africa has a plan for transitioning to this, what I call just energy transition. We have courses into this area, and we can help create simulations as applicable. Robotics, advanced manufacturing. South Africa is one of the biggest manufacturers, for example, in the vehicle side. And the new jobs here, the new type of robots that are coming out, require hands-on interaction and learning and practice how to handle them. So that's what I mean by preparing learning for the fourth industrial revolution. Food security and agriculture. There is a new way to conduct agriculture that's more efficient, requires less water resources, is more, the crops are more resistant. But you can implement this knowledge in a small farm. You don't have to do it in a large scale, and you can foster also entrepreneurial growth. Construction infrastructure, there's a lot of need there. I'm traveling, I've been to South Africa maybe 60 times, and I see how to train bricklayers, electricians, plumbers. They are very scarce. Digital practice that reduces on-site risk. It's one of the most dangerous occupation you can have. That's an area we help. Now, an area people also can play, yes, Dan, we can train all this, but there's not enough jobs for the youth. And that's where the third component, which we call the wealth weaver, that has 7 steps, comes for entrepreneurial and SMEs. If you want to read more about that, just Google Eon Wealth Weaver. I have a whole 1-hour series around that. So we not only encourage graduates to start business, but we help them. We have something called a Wayfinder, where we identify within your community who has that talent as an entrepreneur. We have an entrepreneur school, which is a 6-month period, 3 months practice. Today's students cannot even get a practice or internship. That's included. And we also have something called let's say, entrepreneur guide, where we take them to the 8 steps from the idea all the way to product and monetization. We have a marketplace where they can sell their products. We also have something we call the Brainies, your mentor that can help you and guide you throughout that process. Inclusiveness is the key of our offering, and the fact that we are now rolling this out in 9 different locations, and in some places you may not have internet or very low bandwidth, or devices are offline enabled. We can work in local languages, and we can work with solar power when electricity is scarce or intermittent. Throughout this, we need to track the success, we need to track the impact, and we need to measure that versus the targets that the governments and the community has set. And for that, we provide a very complex, I would say complex, very sophisticated analysis. Every move you make, every step you take, we are monitoring you. And we can share that information with the students to see how well they've done and where they should do better, with all stakeholders, from teachers to the people that are helping with the funding. Ultimately, we are creating a national skills, we are realizing, I should say, the national skills vision in terms of pathways for skills, jobs, income, and growth. So in the next session, which will come in a second, I will show you some concrete examples and how we actually roll this out. Thank you.